What's up, family? We are doing Butterick Pattern Fast and Easy 5652, and this is their bomber jacket. And I'm doing this because Chicago Sews and Black Sewing Network have teamed up, and we're doing a bomber jacket for October. So I'm trying to hurry up and get this finished before the end of the deadline and submit mine for entry. So this is the jacket that I'm doing right here. We're doing view A. I want the short version because I don't really care for like long jacket, especially when it's a bomber. I think it should fit like right at your waist. So we're doing this view right here, view A. But here's the thing. When I looked at this pattern, I realized I only had size 12, 14, and 16. So we're going to have to downgrade this pattern to a size 10. Okay. So what I know about making a pattern smaller, because I don't want to waste any material, because I want to do a bottom with my jacket so that it's a whole outfit. So what I do know is when you're going to make a pattern bigger or smaller, the first thing we need to look at is the body measurements on the sizes. Now, right now I have a 12. So they're saying that my bust on that 12 should be a 34. On the 10, it should be 32 and a half. So we know right now that that's going down 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches we need to go down on the bust area. We also going to need to go down on the waist 1 inch. 1.5 inches. So we got 1.5 on the waist. And then for the hip, for the 12 is 36, and for the 10 is 34 and a half. So we're coming down about 1.5 inches on the whole pattern. That's how I'm breaking it down. Okay. So we're going down 1.5 on all of the pattern pieces. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like. So first thing you want to do is you want to grab some rulers, because those are going to be very important right now, and I'm going to show you why they're so important. And we're going to be using I have a clear ruler that I'm looking for, and I just had it. Hold on a second. Okay, so here are the two rulers you're going to need. Get you a clear ruler, because, and I'm going to tell you why we're going to need a clear ruler, because remember when I was telling you that we're only going to go in about 1/4 inch or 1 inch, we're going to need those so that we can line it up with the line that we currently have. So you need that, and then you're going to need this ruler right here. And I know a lot of people have the metal ones. I have a plastic one, but we're going to use the plastic one, and so we can use that for the curves. Keep watching. Okay, so when you're making the pattern smaller and you don't really have any of the other patterns to use, here's what I did. We want to go back to our finished measurements, our body measurements right here. And right here on the waist, it says for a size 10, the waist should be 25, okay? Now, you know that your waist, you have two pieces for your waist. So each waistband is going to be about 12 and a half. So when I made my mark here at 1/2 inch, I went over here, and this is 12 and a half. So I'm going to take my mark, my pen. Oops. Let's get that back at 12 and a half. That's 12 and a half right there. And we're going to make our mark right there. So now I know that this is my starting mark. That's going to be, y'all can't see what I'm talking about. Okay, so first things first. I went ahead and I went in about 1/2 inch. So you can see on my ruler, this is why we use the invisible ruler, because I want you to be able to see that these are your inches right here, and about 1/2 inch is right there. So that's what I did. I went in, grabbed my first pattern piece, which is the front. This is our front piece, so we're going to have 2 of these, of course. And I went in about 1/2 inch. And then I went in, and I just do things like this. Let me show you how I just start down there at 1/2 inch. But now that I have a new mark. Okay, so I did a 1/2 inch and I went up. Now what I was seeing was I wanted to make sure that the body measurements on here for the size 10 is matching what I have down here to make a size 10. So I realized that my body measurement for the waist measurement for a size 10 is 25. That means that my measurement would have to be at least 12.5. So when you put the two of them together, then you have 25. So this is where I made my new mark. Right there. Now from that mark, we're just going to go all the way up. Let's find out where that new mark is. That new mark is about 3/4 of an inch. Yep. So we're just going to follow that all the way up. We're going to keep that 3/4 inch on that edge of our pattern and go straight on up. Go straight on up here. Now this is where it's starting to curve a little bit. It's going out. So again, we're going to keep it on the 3/4 inch mark. Like that. And we're going to go straight up. And I already made my notches marks right there because you want to transfer everything over. So now here is my new marking. And I'm going to cut these off once I get done. So we're going to do that for the whole piece. Now, one thing I know is that you don't mess with regular lines. We're only messing with the broken lines. So let's go up to top, because we're going to have to do those too. Now, same thing with this one. Now, for this one, we got to get it on the curve. And we're still going 3/4 of an inch. So, let's see. The 3/4 inch mark on this one is there. Okay. So, 3/4 of an inch. Let's get on the curve. Where that curve is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and add that here, like that. And that's going over to this mark here. I'll go over to there, to the new mark. So now we have a new mark, and we're going to do the same thing as we go up. Keep it on that 3/4 of a mark. And grab that curve again. And of course, this is going to be here because it's now moving down. Since that center is not there no more. Alright, that piece is done. Do the same thing for all the other pieces. Alright, so let's make sure that our pieces and our notches are lining up. So grab your back. Here's my back. And these are my new lines there. And I got my new notches, of course, on both sides. This side stays the same because that's the center back. Grab your sleeve back. And we're just making sure everything matches up. And everything is matching up fine. I think I know that's going to have to slip, but that's getting there fine. Okay, so that's working out good. Then grab your front. I'm going to put the front and the back together to make sure that they're meeting where they're supposed to, and they are. Notches lining up, everything's lining up. So it looks like we're good, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and cut off these extra pieces and go ahead and cut out my pattern for the jacket. again, you want to make sure you're following the same grain lines for your fabric, because sometimes, depending on the nape of it, like if it's brushed up one way, look one color, brushed up another way, look kind of off. So you don't want to have that. So make sure your pattern pieces are going in the right direction. So actually, I just thought about, oh no, I just did only my sleeves. But this one, because I'm doing the short jacket. So because it says fold line for A is here, cut off for A and B is here. So okay, I'll do that. Let's move this table over. Y'all see this in real time. Scoot it over. Okay, so we're doing jacket A. So the cutoff for A is right there. Okay, cut off a little too much. I'll get the other pieces. So I can exact stitch the sleeves. I didn't do anything else. So. Here's the sleeves. It's not facing. It's not facing in the dark purple. I gotta just give it a little another little piece. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Look at that blue on the inside. Yeah, that look good. That's cute. I'm gonna do the red on the bottom. That's what the fold line is for. With the as we put the elastic in. That thing you put elastic on. I don't know. Oh my gosh, what's that whole team? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this bomber jacket together. And getting more excited every time I see a little bit more piece of it. So first thing I do is grab the front. Here's our front right here, and the instruction says. Now remember, y'all, they said it's supposed to be fast and easy, so that's what I'm hoping. View A. So we are going to put together the right sides face. We're going to pin the front with piece number 1 and piece number 2 together with the sleeves. So we're going to go, this is piece number 2 right here. We're going to go ahead and get piece number 1, which I think is this one. Yep, that's piece number 1. So we got piece number 1 and piece number 2. Like that. Okay, so piece number 1, we're putting the right sides facing. So that's sleeve, we'll go on that one. Grab you some clips or some pins. I am rocking with the pins today, y'all. So we'll go ahead and clip this together. You may have to put a couple of slits in just around that curve to make sure it's laying flat. Mine's just doing pretty good, so I'm not gonna mess with it. And then going all the way up to the top. All the way up top. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So open is gonna look like that. Looking like that. Okay, so when you pin the front down to the front sleeves, it should look like this. So just go ahead and move that to the side because we're going to do the same thing for the back. So grab your back and your 2 back sleeves. Okay, so once you have your back sleeve and your back panel, let's get the back panel here. We're going to do the same thing we did in the front. We're going to put them right sides facing. Open up the back panel like that. And right sides facing. clip it, whichever you're using. Both are good. And the same thing. You gotta put a couple snips in it to get the to go around the curve. Go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do the top. Do the same thing on the other side. And not only am I happy about the way the jacket is coming out, I'm really happy about the way I downgraded this pattern to make it the size I needed it to be, and the way that things are falling into place is like as if I had bought a size 10 jacket. So I'm excited about that. Now that is your back. That is your back, and that's the front. Go over to your machines and sew down the sleeves and the fronts and the back, and then I'll come back and we'll put them together. Okay, so grab your front and your backs because they should be put together and they should look like this. This is my back piece right here. And these are my two front pieces. I did add pockets to mine. So if you want to add pockets to yours as well, I did some welt pockets there. If you want to add pockets to yours, I'll add the link where you can go. The same link I used to make these pockets. And when I tell you this was the quickest making me some single welt pockets that I've ever, and I think I'll be able to do it again. Yeah, so, but y'all know how it is. Ain't no need for me to try to explain it to y'all when it's already explained all the way out. So we're going to go ahead and put our backs and our fronts together. And we're going to do that at the tops of the sleeve. Like that. At the top of the sleeve. And then you're also going to do it on the bottom of the sleeve all the way down to the side panel. So grab your seams, make sure your seams are even, because y'all know I don't like no uneven seams, so make sure that those are matching really good, like that. This one makes it a little easier because they're different colors, so you can't mess that up. All the way down to the side. Like that. All the way down. And then go down your arm. Do the same thing on the other side. Go over to your machine, sew it down from there, sew it down from there, come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, you back from your machine. And it should look like this. Ooh, y'all, when I tell y'all I love a good grape color, and that is a good grape color. And go to the other side like this. Okay, now, this is your chance to go and try on the jacket. Make sure it's fitting like you want it to. Make sure your pockets are right. So, let me go try it on and I'll be back. Okay, so your jacket should be looking like this. Go ahead and make sure you try your jacket on, that your jacket is giving you the shape and the fit that you want. I got mine tried on and it's giving me the shape and the fit that I want. This is the zipper that I'm going to be using for my jacket. I was debating about doing snaps, but then I was like, you know what, I really like, if I have to have this one to get a little cold, I want to be able to close up my jacket. So we're going to get this, I have a 20-inch zipper and I know I'm not going to be using that much because once it does that and hem, I'll be cutting a lot of that off, but it's okay. I'd rather the zipper be too long than too short. So go ahead and sew your facing to the bottom of your jacket and then come back. Okay, when you come back from the machine and your bottoms, excuse me, are sewn together, what we're going to do is you're going to go to the top of your facing and you're going to match our notches up and you're going to take a clip or a pin and you're going to pin it down. Now, grab your zipper because now we're going to install the zipper. Now, the sewing directions is telling you to, when you have this facing off, they're telling you to base the zipper down, then add your facing. You can do it that way if you want to. I'm not. So what I did was I went ahead and lined those up. I opened up my zipper. I have them laying. You see the teeth are facing that way. I've already stitched down this way, and when you get to the bottom, you're going to see that the facing is going to pull up the bottom, and that's fine. That's what we want it to do. So it should look just like this, and your zipper should be encased in between the two. Now I'm going to, now that I have it down and it looks like I want it to, I'm just going to go down and sew a little closer to the teeth, so that when my jacket opens, it'll be a little bit of that black showing, but not too much of it. Be back. Okay, so I owe all of you an apology because the whole time I thought the video was recording, there is no footage when I attached the collar. Right now, I just have it attached in the front like they advise you to do it. And then I'm going to, when I'm sitting down, I'll just go ahead and slip stitch it so that it's closed. But it came out just like I wanted it because I wanted that light color purple on the inside and that darker one on the outside where people would see that. I love the way the zipper looks on that. So only thing now is I'm just waiting for the rib knit to come so I can add it to my sleeves and add it to the bottom of the jacket. And that's it. It's all done. My pocket is inserted. I have a few patches and stuff that I'm going to add to this. I'm going to add my initials and things like that. I think I'm going to put my kCharles Couture frog on the back of the jacket. Sorry y'all, she don't wear it like I wear it anymore. But that's the back of the jacket. And I'm going to tell you, I love it. I wasn't sure about so much purple, but I do. I like it. I think the black and the gold breaks it up enough. So I'm just excited because of the rib knit that I ordered. That's going to look really good with it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. This is the jacket. Again, that was Butterick's pattern 5652. That's Butterick's pattern 5652 view A. There's going to be more with this that you're going to see in my winter collection. So this is definitely one of the pieces that's going to be in my winter collection. So stay tuned. All right, family. So this is me in the jacket. When I tell you, I think I just found my new everyday jacket. Y'all, I love it. I love it. Like I said, wait until I put the patches on there and then finish off the rib knit. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, and I think I will put that frog on the back of this jacket. But yeah, it really was a fast sew. Like I said, I just had to do some things with it. Like I needed pockets. I'm sorry, I don't want to make any more jackets without any pockets. So I had to put some pockets in it. What else did I do that they're not doing? I'm adding the rib knit, which is not what they want you to do. Now, if you do it the way the the pattern wants you to do it, this would have elastic in it right now. This whole bottom piece would have nothing but elastic to pull it in like the rib knit is going to do. And the same thing with your sleeves. You would put elastic inside the sleeves, but I'm choosing not to do that. I want to do it this way. But I don't know what y'all think. Do y'all love it or do you love it? Wait until you see how I style this up in my winter collection. But again, I just wanted to display what I've done. Peace.